Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. As British telly icon Bradley Walsh celebrated his 65th birthday this week, whispers of slowing down have been doing the rounds. However, with his chock-a-block schedule, that seems a distant reality. Walsh, a treasured presence on our televisions, continues to delight audiences with an array of cherished programs including The Chase, Gladiators, Blankety Blank, and the travel series Breaking Dad, where he embarks on adventures alongside his son Barney Walsh. Yet, before becoming synonymous with the TV screen, Walsh embarked on an eclectic career journey, commencing as an apprentice jet engineer with Rolls-Royce, followed by a short stint in the spotlight on Brentford FC's football field, until an injury prematurely ended his sporting aspirations. His foray into entertainment began as a Pontins Blue Coat entertainer, where he first experienced the allure of performance. However, his inclination for mischief, a trait that frequently landed him in hot water at school and past jobs, culminated in his sacking from Pontins. In a candid chat with comedy.co.uk earlier in the year, Walsh recalled, "Once I left that to get into the entertainment industry and become a bluecoat, I got sacked from being the bloke that was messing around. I thought that was the job. In the end I thought to myself, why don't I just get paid for messing around?" Reports The Mirror. After his stint at Pontins, Bradley Walsh decided to venture into comedy, stating, "That was a very conscious decision. So, I've got myself a routine together." He described his comedic style as, "I was a very physical comic. Bit like Norman Wisdom, not so many jokes. I was a very physical comic. And that's where it all started." Bradley Walsh has been a familiar face on our telly for over 2 decades, showcasing his talents as a comedian, actor, and presenter. His impressive acting CV includes roles such as Danny Baldwin on ITV's Coronation Street, DS Ronnie Brooks in Law and Order, UK, and playing Graham O'Brien in Doctor Who on BBC One, according to Gloucestershire Live. In 2009, Bradley took the helm as host of ITV's quiz sensation The Chase, marking a significant shift in his career trajectory. Walsh explained how he landed the opportunity to host The Chase after dropping by ITV studios to ask about presenting roles. While reminiscing with the former head of daytime TV, she mentioned an upcoming quiz show concept, which sparked Bradley's interest. Recalling their conversation, Bradley said, "I took it away and I said, 'Yes, this can work. This will work.' And she said, 'Okay, well, we're going to make a pilot.' And I said, 'I'll do it for you.' And she said, 'Yeah, but it's only an office run-through.' And I said, 'I'll do it for you. Don't worry. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy." Bradley Walsh reflected on his journey with The Chase during a chat on the Tommy Tiernan show last year, recalling how he helped launch the pilot and came up with the nicknames for the chasers. Fast forward nearly 16 years, and Bradley's passion for the show is as strong as ever, with no plans to hang up his hosting hat. Speaking to the Daily Mail, he shared his thoughts on continuing. "Until people say they've had enough and start switching off, I'll do it. We've had such an extraordinary time together. It's the best job in the world." ITV's golden boy Bradley Walsh was left red-faced this week after a backstage blunder on The Chase spiraled out of control, landing him in the firing line of one very stern producer and, for a few minutes at least, technically sacked. But in true Bradley style, even a crisis turns into comedy gold. It all started on a Monday afternoon, moments before filming was set to begin. Bradley, ever the prankster, decided to lighten the mood in the studio. Armed with a fake moustache, a foghorn, and an uncanny impersonation of Mark, the Beast Labbett, he stormed onto set pretending to be a robe chaser. Contestants gasped, Anne Hegarty burst out laughing, and the crew howled. Unfortunately, not everyone saw the funny side. Enter ITV's new assistant executive producer, Miranda Clark, fresh from a rigid stint in highbrow documentary television. Having never worked with Bradley before and unaware of his signature cheeky charm, she mistook the prank for an unprofessional meltdown. With arms folded and clipboard trembling, she pulled Bradley aside and hissed, "That's it, you're done. You're sacked from this show for messing around." The studio fell silent. Contestants looked horrified. The chasers froze mid-banter. Was this really happening? Bradley, ever the showman, responded with theatrical flair. "Oh no," he exclaimed, dropping to his knees. "Let this be a lesson to all future hosts. Never prank the beast on a Monday." The silence cracked. Mark Labbett rolled with laughter, followed by Anne Hegarty clutching her stomach, crying with laughter. Even Miranda couldn't hold her stern-faced resolve and let out a giggle. Still confused, she was quickly brought up to speed by longtime producer Jeff Morton. "Miranda," he said, chuckling, "this is Bradley Walsh. This is what keeps the ratings sky high. He's the glue, the engine, the circus ringmaster of the chase. Sacking him is like removing tea from Britain." Realizing her mistake, Miranda apologized sheepishly. But Bradley, never one to hold a grudge, hugged her warmly and handed her the fake moustache. "Here, wear this next time you want to sack me. I'll go quietly." By the end of the day, Miranda was doubled over laughing during takes, and Bradley had gifted her a novelty "You're fired" button, which she promptly pressed every time he made a pun. It became a running gag for the rest of the week's episodes. Word of the incident leaked out, of course. Social media exploded with the headline, "Bradley Walsh Selikikidi from the chase for messing around. Full story inside." Fans clicked in panic, only to laugh in relief. Bradley later tweeted a selfie wearing a recently sacked badge, adding, "Back in the job by lunchtime. Can't get rid of me that easy." The result? A 5-point ratings boost for the chase. Classic Bradley, turning even a Forks firing into headline gold.